Okay, I'm taking you guys to Yield Guild Games. Okay, so they are one of the key investors in the play to earn space, and they've partnered with DeFi project HaloDAO to let gamers cash out using its stablecoin and gain yield. So the partnership is going to let gamers cash out in their local regions through their stablecoin focused automated market maker on Ethereum and Polygon. Play to earn really took off during COVID, especially in underserved communities. So, Will, I wanted to get your opinion on this. Do you think there's going to be a DeFi movement? Do you feel like there's a DeFi movement brewing in these communities, and we're going to see all of these young people in developing countries all of a sudden have this DeFi knowledge that we've been really working to get going on this side of the world in the mainstream?
I don't know about the latter half of the question. I think that for the most part, NFTs and DeFi is going to maintain to be kind of I don't know what the right word is, but like a privilege phenomenon. If you have money, then you're going to be able to participate in this. I think there's inklings of this going mainstream and going to other locations around the world. And I think that's where some of the best reporting is happening in DeFi right now, is where you see DeFi in emerging economies where people actually need access to loans and they need access to cheap capital, and they don't have it because there's no banking infrastructure. But I think that's a question for the next decade. In terms of DeFi NFTs, I think that's only going to keep happening. It makes sense to onboard to my MetaMask wallet, and from there go on to Axie Infinity or go to any NFT game and be able to purchase in-game tokens or purchase whatever you need to in the game to be able to play it. It's a very natural link between those two systems. So I think that's common knowledge at this point too, to a degree. You see NFTs like Axie Potion, I think, is one token you can buy within the Axie economy, and that token has done so well this year. It's just it's like a little in-game potion for your character, and it has a market value, and you can buy it on exchanges, and people track the base price of that token on DeFi exchanges. So there's already an emerging world between these two things. I think we're just really in the first inning, to give Zach a baseball metaphor for the morning. But Zach, I'm going to throw it to you for your thoughts.
Thank you so much. It's actually called Smooth Love Potion. So I got a baseball metaphor and a fact check in on you. So that was pretty tight.
Damn,
SLP.
Oh, what a day.
It's shaping up to be a good one. All right. Anyway. Yeah, I guess this is interesting to me because it's an off ramp into DeFi, right? So tradition, I wouldn't, I don't know. I don't know what the on ramp is for most users of Axie Infinity in the Philippines, or I think first of all, Yield Guild Games (YGG) is an interesting model, right? It's sort of like the Uber of play to earn, right? It's I can't afford this really expensive NFT, but I can borrow it and drive that NFT in this metaverse, and I can earn some income by way of that. And YGG gets its cut. The player using that asset gets their cut. And in Philippines, where some of these economies have really taken off, it's becoming a bigger and bigger, I don't know, activity down there. So interesting that what probably is not an on-ramp from DeFi could become an off-ramp into DeFi. And I think that goes to your question, Jen, as to whether or not this sort of fuels the next wave of adoption in terms of some of these decentralized lending markets and whatnot. So, hey, could be interesting.